First things first, though, let's get into it. I've said this since January. I knew it since the beginning of the year. Tom Brady is not only the GOAT, but a Super Bowl champion yet again. Yet again, boy.
I just told you though, I'm like such a Mahomes fan though, because
Yeah.
spiritually who he is, it's not has
Oh,
nothing.
is he a believer?
He is a believer, yeah.
See, Tom Brady, the opposite of that. But at the same time, I'm talking about football.
Yeah, and
I support Russell Wilson. He's a believer.
This has nothing to do with football. That's why I like him.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's what's going to happen with people is that Patrick Mahomes, because, like, Tom Brady is the kind of great where he just wins. He doesn't look fantastic on the field. If you play Madden, you never use Tom Brady's team because he's so slow. He just doesn't seem athletic, but he is. But of course, Patrick Mahomes is kind of the mix of both. He's winning Super Bowls and he's out here flicking his wrist and doing amazing things. But
and I guess taking into consideration that he's so young. I mean,
that's the thing too. That people were comparing him to Tom Brady, saying that at this rate he will be the GOAT.
Yeah.
And so for Tom Brady to beat him, and Patrick Mahomes is getting to his prime, and Tom Brady's 43.
But is that also because Tom Brady had put in so much work?
Yes,
to get to that point.
100%. TB12 method.
And could have even also been said that he didn't overwork himself to get to that point.
Yeah, I mean he made a switch in his middle of his career as like what he eats. Like he took his health fully serious. Like he made sure that he was like trying to not like damage his body doing anything. He just completely ate well. He worked out. Like he works year round to stay in shape. He's showing people really that you can have longevity in the sport as a quarterback. Maybe not other positions because you're taking like head trauma, but like as far as his position, have some good blockers and just work out. But yeah, AJ doesn't love football, so I'm gonna do the rant on this because I love it. But like Tom Brady, dude, just to see like growing up, I hated him at one point because I was a Raider fan, and
I think a lot of people hated him.
Yeah, exactly, and his.
But why?
Now, this is something that I actually preached on my Instagram account because I'm such a Tom Brady fanboy that I did this. But I actually realized something watching Tom Brady's career. As you see him start to do good, people were like, oh, we like Tom Brady. And then he starts to win more and more Super Bowls. And it was like, everyone was like, he's a cheater, this, that, and the third. But the point blank, at the end of the day, he keeps winning. There's no excuses for his wins. Maybe one or two wins you can like be like, oh, that happened because of this or that. But he's winning because he's great. But I noticed that people only want to see you do good, but they never want to see you do great. The minute that you pass that threshold where you're exceeding the typical standard for good and become great and hit that next level, people immediately start hating. And I just noticed that about humans because you even watch the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors were playing basketball, going to the championship every year. And then at some point, people were like, you suck. Like, we're over this. Like, next, on to the next. I'm done with it. So I think people just have it in them to naturally, I don't know if it's like insecurities or what it is that you don't want to, they project on other people. Like, I don't want to see you be amazing. But the minute you become great, people tend to like, not like you. I don't know. It's just that people sipping on haterade. That's just what it is. So what I'm going to take away with that is just to really not focus on the comments or anything like that and just, do me.
Yeah. So, I mean, what really makes you great, though? Like, especially in football, like, what constitutes you to be great?
Well, for Tom Brady, all right, since I'll stay on topic, just looking at what he did, you kind of talked about it, like how he's staying healthy and stuff like that. He made a personal decision at a certain point to be like, this is going to be my life. I'm going to do this full force. I'm going to give my best, and that means in all areas of my life. Like, for me, as a rapper, I'd say it'd be like, spiritually first, like just being fed by the word of God and just staying in the presence of God constantly so I can draw from him and stuff like that. Then, practice, working on my breathing control, stuff like that. Just investing more time into it than you have to.
So the actual talent.
Yeah, then the actual talent. Like, actually, you could start out good, but to be great, you have to take that next level and take it serious to the point where you're like almost obsessive. Which is not a good thing, but like to be obsessed with something in a good way would be like just making sure that if normally people are doing like 4 hours of writing or something, do 5. Most people don't even write. I know a lot of rappers that just write when the beat's on, but like I'm doing this new thing where like I have all these notebooks with empty pages. I'm just trying to fill them all and just write them as much as possible, even if I'm not going to put it on a beat.
That's actually like a very healthy thing to do. Even if you don't write about music or anything, you just jot down your thoughts.
Yeah, dude.
It's like super healthy to do.
And that's actually why I actually liked it. Now that you mentioned it, ironically, I like when I'm writing, I'm like, I have nothing to write about because I'm writing 24/7 now. Like,
Yeah.
so I just start writing like almost like it's a journal, just like what I'm going through, my thoughts, my conversations with God, my prayers, all that kind of stuff. Just writing it down, and it's like a release. It really is. It feels really good.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So Tom Brady, Super Bowl champion, and I genuinely believe that in the end times, you know, when the mark of the beast comes, when all that happens, all the stuff that everybody talks about, when all that goes down, they're rounding up Christians. Tom Brady's gonna be winning Super Bowls. Maybe not
Till
Patrick
the end
Mahomes.
times.
Apparently, maybe not Patrick Mahomes. He might be with us. So
Yeah.
but Tom Brady gonna be winning 73
7
winning
years
Super
of
Bowls.
trials and tribulations going to be still winning
Yeah.
Super Bowl. That's so bad to say. Like, I don't want to put Tom Brady in the not go to heaven
I know.
category.
You know, we got time.